People are like, well, money can't buy you happiness. Can we all slow down and enjoy right now? Guarantee we'll be feeling all right. No, because Jessie J. Hi, Barbie. No. So like every other person, I went and saw Barbie last week, and it wasn't the experience that I was ready to have. Because firstly, we were going to brunch, like all the girls were going to brunch. We're like, let's just do it big. I get to the brunch spot 10 minutes early, by the way. I never get anywhere early. So this is big. And the friends finally come, I'm standing outside, I go to hug my friend. I forgot my phone, like my bag was here and my phone was here. I lift my arm, my phone falls. The camera shatters. The camera shatters. Yes, great. A win is a win. Except when it's not a win, okay? So I was like, deep breath, you're fine. It's just a material object. Like it's still, okay, it's fine. So I was like, okay, cool. We eat, we have a good time, we go to the movie, I sit down, large popcorn, I sit, and immediately the popcorn just falls out everywhere. And I'm like, no way. No way. Like I just spent $20 on this. Like there's just no way that just happened. That's fine. Let's go get a refill. I'm an AMC member, okay? I'm an AMC stub member. I can just get a refill. So I go get a refill. I get a text. The movie's starting. Okay, I'm running back. That's fine. I get back in the movie theater. We watch Barbie. Went home. Basically got food poisoning from the popcorn. Tossed and turned all night. Okay, all night I was tossing and turning. I was like, this is terrible. And then the next morning I woke up and I was like, where's my wallet? Oh, where's my wallet? And that was my Barbie experience. Haven't found my wallet, okay? 4 days later, I don't even know. 4 days later, I go back to the theater because I've called them 10 times. They don't pick up their phones, interestingly enough. So I go back, I'm like, do you guys have my wallet? I waited there an hour. And they were like, no, we don't have your wallet. I was like, oh. Also, there was like a homeless man that was fighting the air. He was punching the air. I was just like, I don't know what's going on in here. I was waiting there for an hour. So I was just staying there like, I feel like I need to go. And I was like, well, can I check the seats myself? And they were like, yeah. So they like ushered me up. I went to check the seats. Not there. So if anyone's found my wallet in New York City, please contact me. Please DM me. I don't know. No, but please. Anyways, let's get into why you're really here. I'm ready to deliberate. Is that the word? I'm ready to deliberate. Discuss. Okay, let's get into it. It kind of hit me a little bit differently. Like I felt like there was a deeper, like kind of like, you know, soulful, spiritual meaning in this movie that people are not talking about. I just want to start off by saying, setting my camera up like this and speaking in front of it and giving just like a little bit of my words of wisdom has been my fear. Like I am currently working through my fear right now. And so if you're willing to listen and if you're willing to stay, please. The overall idea, okay, of this like spiritual journey, this existential crisis that my girl Barbie woke up and had was like, I was like, me, literally me. Like me in my 20s, me in my teens, me. Like Barbie goes from Barbie land, everything's perfect, everything's pink, everything's perfect and pink, to like the real world where everything is not perfect and everything is not pink, okay? Like she was confronted with the reality of our reality. And I feel like every day we wake up and confront the reality of our reality. Does that make sense? It's the same way, okay? I've been having such good weeks. Hi, I'm Raina, by the way. Okay, well, let's just keep going. I've been feeling so good, like mentally. I've been reading The Power of Now, which has been like, okay, like we're in the present moment. We're taking in everything. We're not in the future. We're not in the past. We're in the present moment. Life is good. We're accepting things as it comes. We're accepting the hardships and the positives. We're accepting all of them as life. And then I go to Barbie. Phone shattered. Lost wallet. Food poisoning. It's not funny. And it just felt like a lot of things were happening that I just did not expect or account for. I came to the reality of my reality and it was shocking. Usually I would try to go into like a little depressive hole and like sleep in my bed and not leave for a couple of days until I'm like, what am I doing? And then it's probably too late for me and I'm there for a little bit longer than I should be, thinking about like, why me? Why me? Why did this happen to me? Why me? Just crying in that hole. That's usually what I would do. That was like my usual take on life. And now I've just been like, okay, accept it. So like the wallet was gone and I had to chuckle about it. I was like, ah, it's gone, and it was hard. But usually I would have such an adverse reaction. Basically what I think happened to Barbie, I mean, like as a psychiatrist therapist, she developed this type of self-awareness and anxiety that she could not internally face. Every day waking up and being like, today is such a good day. Today is such a good day. It's such a good day. I love it. It's perfect. Everything's perfect. It goes the same every single day. I know what to expect. There is nothing bad that could ever happen. And then something bad happening. And it's like, this is possible? Like this just turned my entire life upside down. Oh, it's terrible. I think we have this idea where our dreams and realities are somewhat like this Barbie land, this Barbie dream house. We have this mansion, we have these cars, and like all of these possessions, like all of these things are what's supposed to make us happy. And I think a lot of the times the money reveals our dissatisfaction. The fact that we can buy everything and still not be happy. Like, what's up with that? These are all the things that are gonna make me happy, and then you get all those things and you realize that that was just a lie. Like those, I'm not happy. I have all the things that I'm not happy. You know, it's like, okay, so what is it? And it's internal. People are like, well, money can't buy you happiness. Can we all slow down and enjoy right now? Guarantee we be feeling all right. No, because Jessie J ate. Like, people don't talk about that. Jessie J, when she said that, she ate. And I like in The Power of Now, he talks about these future goals and like desires as our salvation. We're working towards our salvation and we're not happy with the present moment right now because all of those things in the future are gonna save us, and that's what's gonna bring us our happiness. And so guess what you do? You literally diminish your everyday, your present moment, because you're only thinking about what you're gonna have in the future, what you're working towards. And so your present moment doesn't matter. Like, I'm working through this moment to get to that moment over there. And that's where we find this dissatisfaction with our life. If we're always trying to go from point A to point C, point D, point E, point F, like we can't accept point A. It's like you're never gonna be satisfied. You're never gonna be happy with what you have and what you achieve. Like once you get to D, you're like, I have the house, I have the car. You're off of that. You've moved on. You're at the next, you're at Z at this point. You're far gone. A lot of the times we're like striving for perfection. We're striving for everything to just work out exactly in our favor. What is perfection? How could you expect perfection from yourself? I have to be really good at this thing. I have to get it right the first time. It's like, why? I'm a human being. I'm a human being. And I accept that the first time that I try something, like the first time that I set this camera up and I try to speak to you guys in this way, it's not gonna be perfect. There's going to be, things that I can improve on. There are going to be things that I can say differently the next time. There's gonna be so many things that I can change in order to better, deliver whatever I'm doing here, whatever this is. But it's the attempt that matters. The fact that I'm trying. It's the fact that I'm showing up. The differences in the worlds of like my physical possessions, like the car, the house, like all those things don't actually mean as much as I thought they meant. What actually matters is like my attributes and my truth, my qualities that I have to share. Seeing someone that's, experienced so much perfection to experiencing the reality of the world, which is our world that we are experiencing every day, and then facing this like dread and depression, like anxiety. Like after she came back, she was like, I'm so sad. Okay, I can never be anything that I want to be. And I feel so pushed down, not inspired, not encouraged, not motivated, undetermined, very much just like, I want to sit here and lay here and cry here. And that's so relatable, because I do know that there's times in my life when I've experienced the world around me and then sat and been like, I literally cannot do this. I refuse to do this, actually. I can't. I'm gonna sit here. Like I said, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna lay here, I'm gonna cry here. I'm just gonna exist here. And the fact that she felt that from going into our world, I was like, Barbie, welcome. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. This movie to me was more of just an acceptance of being a human being. Things that we, set out to do can be uncomfortable. It's hard being a human being. There are constant obstacles, imperfections, flaws, adversities that you're gonna run into every single day. And if your life is perfect and you have the mansion and you have the cars and you have the money, there's still this dissatisfaction with life. And I feel like we see that with people that are the millionaires, are the billionaires, and how they just navigate life. There's still problems. There's still obstacles, no matter how much money you have. Barbie had everything, and she made the decision to be a human being. And I think that is so powerful. Being human is pretty uncomfortable. And it's like it is. I think life is all about this uncomfort, like this discomfort and comfortable, like discomfortability. What's the word? Uncomfort? Life is about being uncomfortable and comfortable. It's a balance of both. Because if life is about being comfortable, you're never gonna break out of this comfort zone. This girl was going through it, okay? And the fact that she had to leave her comfortable life in Barbie land, because that was gonna mess up, okay? She was falling out of the sky. She was not happy about that. And go to the reality of the world, which was just like a lot of men in suits. You know what I mean? A lot of men in suits. I have to be uncomfortable to address the things that I need to address in order to get me back into a place of comfort. And it was interesting to read The Power of Now while also looking at the movie Barbie. It's just very much a juxtaposition of who, like Eckhart Tolle, I don't know. He didn't think that I was about to go to the Barbie movie and be like, the way out of pain. Like, girl, what? But I was. Overall, this movie just had a theme of like acceptance of what life is, and acceptance that life is difficult. It doesn't mean that you cannot achieve, that you cannot desire or want or create this dream life that includes a mansion, includes the car. Like, girl, include it in the story. I want you to have it. Like, I want you to have the acres, pull up in the Mercedes. I want you to have it. It's just the fact that in order to get there, it's not gonna be this like easy little breezy moment. In our mind, we're expecting the process to be like, why can't we just get up and live like Barbie? No, one day you might wake up and the water's cold. The water is freezing, but guess what? You're still gonna march your way out of that shower and live the rest of your day. I know we're talking about a little Barbie movie, but I think it's what stood out to me the most. What this movie left me with is it's easier to face the world knowing who you are. If you accept who you are, if you accept everything that you are that makes you you, all the qualities, all the attributes, like literally the personality, you're able to walk through life a little bit more confident. And in order to get to the next place in your life, like you just have to take one step forward. You just have to put one foot in front of the other and make a move in the positive direction. I remember waking up on days of like I was depressed or sad or anxious, and it felt so much like the only way that I'm going to solve this issue is to just lay in it. I'm just gonna lay in it. And some days you need to lay in it, right? And some days you need to be sad in it and you need to get all up in it. But other days, like in order to move forward, you have to take one step out of it. You have to take one step in the right direction, whatever that may be. It's like taking a shower, brushing your teeth, feeding yourself, going on a walk. Those are all steps in the right direction. And I remember her saying, so being a human is just something I discover I am. I'm not saying like, oh, you're a human, like you have lives, you feel. It's like you're a human. There are times when you are doing your best and you're living your best life and you're doing what you gotta do. And then there's times when you're making mistakes and like you might say the wrong thing and there are flaws. And I hate the word flaws because I'm like, what are flaws? Do imperfections actually exist? What is perfect? The one quote that I loved, I wanna do the imagining. I don't wanna be the idea. You are the creator of your life. You don't have to be put in a box and sealed off forever. You can desire more. You can desire to want more. You can desire to create. You can create more. You can dream big despite anything anyone tells you. Like despite anything in this world tells you, despite what society tells you. I want to be a part of the people that make meaning, not the thing that's made. I guess why that stood out for me is because that's exactly how I feel when I think about what I want to do in this life. gifty. I want to contribute. Like, I want to contribute in ways that I can see my contributions. Like, I want to empower people. I want to encourage people. I want to motivate people to chase their dreams, to live their dreams, to make their dream into a reality. Like, that's my goal. And that's why this is so scary to me. Is because by picking up this camera and by speaking to this camera in this way, and it's doing the thing that I've always wanted to do. And I'm fearful of like, what's the result, right? And that's always where our mind goes, like, what is the result of this thing that you do? What if you failed so drastically and no one listens and no one watches? That's the fear that's coming up. That's why this is what makes this process so nerve-wracking, and it's like overthinking. Let me talk for myself. Okay, there's so many things that I want to do in this life of mine. There's so many things that I want to accomplish. There's so many goals that I have that I set for myself. There's, you know, levels of success that I have envisioned in my mind. And I'm like, I'm going to achieve those things. I'm going to get those things. Those things are going to be mine, check. Thank you very much. They're mine. But getting there is not about to be a little 1-2 hop and skip. It's not. Like, I had to accept that. When I was like, oh, why aren't I there yet? Why didn't I succeed on my goal yet? Why aren't I there? When I'm at point A and I want to be at point F. And I'm so pissed because I'm not there yet. It's like, girl, firstly, what are you doing every day to get you there? Are you putting yourself at an uncomfortable position? And when I say uncomfortable, like, I feel like sometimes people think about it where it's like, well, I want it to be easy. That's okay. Like, it can be easy, but just because it's easy doesn't mean it's not uncomfortable. Like, just because it's easy doesn't mean that you're not going to face obstacles. And so when I say uncomfortable, I mean, like, it could be getting up 30 minutes earlier in the morning to just have more time to do something for yourself, or something towards the business that you're trying to create, or something for the content that you're trying to create. It's like just pushing yourself out of this normal comfort zone of boundaries that you've set. 6:30 is way too early. But if you need 30 more minutes, you have to get uncomfortable. You have to push yourself to, like, okay, like, I'm gonna get up at 6:30. And guess what? It's even more uncomfortable when the alarm goes off. When the alarm goes off and you're like, no! 5 more minutes. And now you have to make a choice. Now you have to make a choice. That's why I said 30 minutes, but 25 minutes sounds so good. That's the uncomfortable that I'm talking about. That's a discomfort that I'm talking about. It's like making those choices that you know you're just, I don't wanna. It's like when you're going to when you wanna eat healthy and you go to the fridge and you're like, well, I know I said I wanted to eat healthy, but we have to make our way through. Showing up for yourself every day in the gym is not always comfortable. It's not. Like, be real. You know, in your mind, you're thinking about that one thing that you're just like, ugh, I know I told myself I was gonna do it, but it's that but. That but is what's the uncomfortable. You know when people say, like, oh, I accepted the fact that I was single and I finally started to get into, like, my single era, and then this guy came around. It's literally, it's this exact thing, but for everything in life. You accept the fact that you're like, I don't need no man. And then a man comes and you're like, what? Where'd you come from? Why are you here? The acceptance isn't the fact that, like, you accept that this is who you are and this is who you're going to be forever. Oh, if we accept that this is who you are, we put you in this box, in this little Barbie box, we ship you off, you can never change. It's like, no. First of all, don't put me in a box. Don't do that. And secondly, you accept that there are things that you need to change. There are things that you need to work on. There are things that you love. There are things that make you you. This is who you are in this present moment, right here, right now. You can take steps in the right direction in order to improve who you are. There's no issues with that. I've accepted that life is difficult. I've accepted that I lost my wallet. I accepted that I smashed my phone. I accepted that these things happen. I could have easily just had this pity party for myself. I could have sat down in this bed and cried. A small thing of smashing my phone, and I turned that into a long depressive episode. That's about, all of a sudden it turns internally about all the reasons why I hate myself, because I can never do anything right, because I'm not good with my things. I don't pay attention enough. I'm not, aware enough. I could have made these things that are just things, events, life. It's just life. These are things that happen in life. All of those things turn internally to who I was and start writing myself off and speaking to myself in the most unkind way and putting myself down and turning this into a situation where it's like, I'm the problem. Hi. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Reality session, it's like, okay, you're not you're a human. There are human beings that have lost their wallet before. There are human beings that have smashed their phone before. It sucks. But why are you going to tear yourself apart? Why are you going to find things to tear yourself apart for this interference, this little obstacle? Being a human is complicated, and sometimes it's pretty uncomfortable. You're allowed to not only forgive yourself, you're allowed to accept yourself. I know what I want to obtain, and so because of that, I'm going to get up earlier. I'm going to eat healthier. I'm not going to scroll on TikTok for 10 hours. I'm gonna make sure and lessen my screen time down from 14 hours a day. I'm gonna do it. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be what I want. My brain's not gonna want it. I'm gonna want that dopamine fix every single time I think about it. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but I know I have goals. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to achieve, and so I have to put the phone down. You can have all the things that you want. There's going to be discomfort. There's going to be difficulties. You have to push through. You have to keep going. The dreams that you have, the goals that you have, they're so big. Like, let's be real. There are big goals. There are big dreams. Barbie had a whole dream house, okay? Dream mansion, dreamland, Barbie land. There was a whole situation happening. She had a world. And she was like, I chose to be human, to feel the emotions, to have the feelings, to go through life knowing that it's going to be difficult. But there are things. I'm going to gain something from this. I'm going to achieve something from this. I'm going to create something more. I'm going to dream bigger. I'm going to have more. You can have those things. You can achieve those things. There's nothing that you can't. If you can dream it, you can do it. It's okay to be scared. It's okay. And this is like where the acceptance comes in. It's okay to be scared. It's okay. For me, I was like scared to set this up. It was okay to come and have to do this again, right? I have to try again and have to try again. It's okay to adapt. It's okay to be anxious. It's like, it's okay. Doesn't make you this unfixable, incapable, incompetent person. Like, no. That's where you're at in life. Right there, right? That's okay. How do we now take the first step towards what we want to do? And that's our focus. If we accept currently what our life situation is, accept your life situation for what it is. And that's hard because it's like, I need more money. I need to have a different job. Like, I need these things. I get that. I get that you need that. This is your life situation right now. And life situations can change. What is the first step that you have to take in the right direction to change your life situation? It's an acknowledgement of what you have to do to get yourself out of your current life situation into where you want to be. If you can't accept yourself without the Mercedes and you can't accept yourself without the mansion, you can't accept yourself with them. The first step in getting out of my life situation and getting to where I want to go and achieving all my goals is to learn who I am, to learn what I like, to learn what I enjoy, to learn what I don't enjoy, to then love yourself, to accept yourself for who you are, who you show up as, and your life situation at that moment. Because your life situation can change. You can change your life situation. For me, I had to change the way I talked to myself. I really did, because it was really keeping me back. I kept telling myself, I'm so stupid, I'm so dumb, I can't do this, I'm so incapable. I kept saying to myself, I'm so incapable of doing this. I'm so incapable. And that did no good. Once I started to change how I talked to myself, how I spoke to myself, and what I believed of myself, that was when I was able to get out of that place where it's like, okay, like, what now? You can dream as big as possible despite the world that you're living in, that tell you that you can't do this and you can't do that. Once you believe that you can have it, you can have it. Once you mentally believe and you put yourself in the place that you're like, I can achieve this. I can do this. I will do this. You can do it. The challenges are going to work against you. It's inevitable. That's the world we live in. That's the society we live in. But if we accept that and we as humans say, okay, we're going to push through adversity. Push through adversity. Conquer our fears. Don't let those challenges hold me back. That's how you're gonna get to the other side. Barbie was out here. She was doing what she had to do. She was saying what she had to say. Literally when she said, I want to be a part of the people that make meaning, not the thing that's made. That's why I'm showing up here today. This has been such a fear for me. Just showing up in front of the camera, speaking from a place of like genuineness and authenticity, and just speak truth and speak confidence into people, into you. Encourage you and motivate you to go after the things that you want to do, the things that you want to achieve, the things that you want to create, the dream that you have. The dream that you think is too big, that you can never even see yourself in, but you have it. Might as well try, right? Might as well just take one step. What does that step look like? What does it feel like? It feels scary. You're sweating, you're anxious. That is so fair. You're human. You're allowed to have emotions. You're allowed to have a reaction to doing something that's scary, to doing something that's getting you out of your comfort zone. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to be nervous. You're human. When Barbie cried, I was like, girl, that's a tear. That's a real tear, Barbie. That's a tear. You better go ahead, Barbie. You better cry, girl. Not me being a Barbie stan, Barbie fan. You don't need permission, is the thing. You don't need permission. And I loved that. At the end of the movie when she was like, but I thought you were my creator. And she's like, no, you don't need permission. You don't. You don't need permission. You don't need my permission. You don't need any of the things I just said to you. All I need you to do is to trust in yourself, to accept yourself, love yourself, and now go do it. What are you waiting for? The obstacles, they're gonna be there. Trials and tribulations, they're probably gonna be there. It's unfortunate. The fact that I could get to the end of this video with a smile on my face, feeling good about myself, feeling like, okay, you tried. It was choppy. I filmed for 1 hour and 30 minutes. Your fears are worth conquering. Your fears are worth confronting. This wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm here. I'm still alive. It's fine. We made it. Comment down below. Tell me something about yourself. Tell me about you. Tell me about your dreams, your goals. Tell me about, you know, if this resonated with you, if you felt like you needed this. Tell me something. Anything. I want to be a part of the people that are making meaning. Not the thing that's being made. That's why I'm here. I want to make sure that I am living up to my purpose. This is the first step. This is me confronting things. These are me working through it. It was uncomfortable in the beginning. It was hard. It was difficult. But like this to some people would not be seen as difficulty. And that's my whole point. Right now, today, right here, right now, that you can face, that you can do to get yourself to the next step, or that you can do to get you closer to your goal, go do it. All you need is your own permission to allow yourself to experience that, to explore who you are, to accept yourself, to love yourself, and go do the thing. Go do the thing. No, seriously, go do it. Okay, I'll see you next time, my guys.